This is Brother Nathan coming to you today in the name of I Am. Today I'm sharing with the entire YouTube realm my experience of an OBE, acronym for out of body experience. I had a surgery on August 26th for a hernia surgery. And this right here had a hernia and they fixed it. And I was on the operating table. Now, Prophetess Beth, my wife, prophesied to me that I was going to have such an experience. And that when it happens, just simply go to the light and get the instructions. My wife, being a prophet of God, I listened and I knew that it would happen. If my wife said that the sun was going to come up in the west, I'd be looking west. And she's a prophetess of the Most High God. A lot of people claim it, but they're full of fucking shit, okay? Now, I hope I lost all my religious people with profanity. That's actually what I'm trying to do. I just want genuine people. The religious people can just fuck off. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye-bye. Thank you. Now, all the good people. Listen carefully. I had surgery. And I asked what to expect. And they told me that they're going to give me a prelude to the anesthesia, which would kind of make me feel a little loopy. And then when the anesthesia come, I'd be out. And I said, okay, I'm going to purposely try to fight the anesthesia just to see what I can do. This being my third surgery in my entire life under the knife. I had 2 knee surgeries because of my combat wounds in Iraq when I was a soldier. And they gave me the shot and I was trying to fight it. And about 4 seconds into it, or not even 4 seconds, I was out. Now, somewhere during that time, which the surgery was approximately between 30 to 33 minutes long, I've got it actually on the manifest sheet. I'm going to be meeting with my doctor in about 7 days, just about 7 days, for a follow-up. I'm healing good, by the way. Somewhere during the surgery, I left my body. Okay, you are a spirit, you live in a body. And as you all know, my ministry is telling you to come out of Christianity, come out of religion. It's man-made. God didn't make it. It's all fake. It's fairy tales. And that God is love. And he's not interested in man's rules or what man thinks about it. But God is God. And so I left my body in the operating room. And I saw a white, blinding light. I went to the light in this beautiful, immaculate room. Now there was furniture in this room that to me kind of looked like leather. I could even smell it. It was beautiful. The stitching, the texture, the whole nine. The room was immaculate, very wealthy looking, and there was about 7 people in there. One in particular came to me. Now I can describe him almost to a T. As a matter of fact, if I would say he had a twin, it would be a man by the name of John Brzenk, B-R-Z-E-N-K, who they call the greatest of all time in the arm wrestling room. He looked quite a bit like him. Obviously it wasn't him, but the man looked just like him. And he come and he put a briefcase down in front of me. And he was fixing to open it. And he said, I just want you to know, we are the ones that give you the words that come to pass. And you're doing a wonderful job. And so he was telling me that I was doing a great job when we prophesy and it comes to pass, and what we're teaching, that the whole ministry, we were doing a great job. Now, when they speak to you over there, it's telepathic. And there's more to just what I can convey to you. It's harder to understand because we're limited to these physical bodies, but you hear it and you feel it, and then there's more volume to the communication on the other side. And he said, you're doing a wonderful job, and now we want to show you something greater. And he opened a briefcase and he began to tell me. He said, you through the gifts of discerning of spirits, the flowing gift of prophecy, can see the future. You can predict the future, and you do well. You're doing a great job. And by the way, it was just pure, unconditional love. There was no judgment. There was no, you're doing this wrong and that wrong. And by the way, for all you people that don't like me too well, they never said one thing about profanity. They don't give a flying fuck about profanity. That's just what you were taught in your little religious circles, okay? Bye-bye. They don't care about that, okay? They know my spirit. You don't. And as I was there, they said, you're doing an absolute wonderful job. You're able to predict the future through the gift of discerning of spirits. You're able to know what's going to happen, and this is from us to you. Now, you're coming up a higher level, and you've come to visit us, and now we're going to bring you into something greater. And what he said was that I can see the future so accurately that I can actually stop the negative things that I witness come to pass. War, disease, all of the things that we have shown you, earthquakes, volcanoes, and everything. And they were telling me that this creative power that every human being possesses, because we are all in the image of God, we are God, just as the Lord taught in the Bible, know you not that you are gods. And he said you can change what you see. You can change it by speaking through creative power. And so I knew then, at that very instant, that I would never, ever speak another negative prophecy again. Yes, they're true. Yes, they're coming, but we can stop it. And so when I see it, I stop it. Now listen, I'm not even going to tell you oftentimes, because they showed me this over there, that if I even say, okay, let's start speaking positive for this country or that country for this and that they're so geared, for people and human beings in general are so geared and in tune for distraction and for disaster and fear, that they'll be sitting there spending their energy trying to figure out what the bad thing is, trumping what we're trying to do through manifestation. So he said the answer is to just keep it to myself and speak against it and teach the people that we create our world. You create your health, you create your wealth, you create your social status. You literally, that everybody on the earth right now is where they're at today, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, materially, because of what they have believed and spoken, because we live in a matrix type environment. And they said, you can literally, if you don't like it, you can change it. And we can do it by thought, words, and actions. This is what they taught me over there. Thoughts, words, and actions can change everything. And it takes persistence and consistency. So once they explained, they wasn't getting on to me. They were saying, hey, you absolutely can see. So even the angels in heaven know that I'm a prophet for all you fucking idiot Christians out there. And they know my heart. But they taught me something that will literally lead to the manifest sons of God, and how this earth, Gaia, will become a sacred planet. And it happens through thought, word, and deed. Because each of us are God. And God creates everything by the word of his power. But we also are God. And we create everything by the word of our power. As a matter of fact, you've been doing it all along, even if you're an atheist, if you're a dumb Christian, if you are a Muslim, whatever you may be, you have created your environment. Even the bad things in your life that turned out to be good was created by you. You've got to understand, we have a higher self, and we communicate with that higher self, and it gives us downloads. Oftentimes in our past lives, this life, we forget what we did, but then it kind of like grandfathers us in for the life we're living now. Now, all these teachings that I'm doing are available on Telegram. You can go to any of my videos and find our Telegram group. I'm really not interested in growing it, though. I'm interested in growing the people that are on it. So they said we can change everything by our words, thoughts, and deeds. So when I come back, by the way, when I was coming back into my body, I heard a loud buzzing sound. What is that noise? And then the next thing I know, I'm in the recovery room. I've got a few questions for the doctor here on our appointment, for the first follow-up appointment, about these things, because I heard some things going on in the surgery when I was coming back into the emergency room, or not emergency, but the OR, the operating room, back into my body. And you know, when I left my body, it was perfect. And when I come back in it, I could feel it was how drugged it was. I was coming from perfect peace into this drugged body that they'd put anesthesia in and I was recovering from. I had no pain when I was over on the other side. So I was on the other side for about 30 minutes. And so it was amazing. When I come out of it, it changed my life. It's so powerful. Even if I get around electric devices or anything like that, sometimes they'll start messing up. And often that happens with people who have left their bodies. It'll cause malfunctions in electronics and different things. Just some little signs that some people have, you know, when they come back from those events. But friends of mine, I learned, they didn't condemn me. They said I was who I said I was, and I did what I was supposed to do. And now here's a more excellent way. And so I'm going to erase every single video I have on here except this one. I'm going to erase it. I've already put my hands on my 4 notebooks of all the prophecies that I've written down, and I rebuked and I stopped them and I commanded them to stop. I even seen the news this morning of another prophecy we've given that's about to come to pass, and I began to speak against it because we're not wanting it to happen. They taught me the more powerful way, instead of reading the Spirit and predicting what's coming, is change it, which is the more excellent way. And so this is what I'm teaching my people. Also, I'm teaching my people, some of the ones that are faithful to this ministry, that's been with us for a few years. The Boer and Afrikaner people, of course, who I'm talking about, and other true and precious believers in connection to the Boer and Afrikaner, because our primary focus is the Boer and Afrikaner, is we're beginning a real estate program. And if you've been faithful to this ministry at least 1 year in sowing, then you can join the real estate program. We've already got people making deals right in South Africa. When the people are suffering, our people are prospering. And so they can yak that fucking mouth all they want. But if you want to get out of your dilemma and you're tired of the bullshit religion and you want something that's real, you need to come over to our ministry. And whether you do or not, I don't really give a fuck, because I'm not trying to build a following. I've already reached the people that I want to reach, because it don't take a lot of people to change a lot of things. It takes a few wealthy people. I don't need a bunch of people on there that's never going to change, with vampire spirits that will suck the life out of you. I want some people that are ready for a change. I want some people that are tired of being tired, and they want to change. They're tired of the gimmicks. They're tired of the lies. They're tired of the Christianity disappointing them. And that's the type of people we want. And I'll tell you right now, it's not for everybody. My channel's not for everybody. If you're fucking passive and weak and don't like profanity, you better not even come. Okay, I'm a retired military instructor, and I'm going to tell you something right now. This may be too much for you. So if you're a weak little puss, you might want to fucking go to goddamn church. But if you want the real shit, and you're tired of all the fluffy duff, you can come over. And believe you me, if you don't like me, you'll be gone quicker than later. Okay? So I'm going to erase every fucking video on here, because I come against every one of them in the name of I am, which there's no higher name. No higher name than I am. Nah, there's not. Jesus and Joshua, any other fucking thing. I am is the highest. And it works. So, we're weeding out religious people, sifting the wheat, and we're getting down to the core people that we want to see blessed, prosperous, and to fulfill their destiny in this life, to stop farm murders. What I'm doing will lead to the eradication of farm murders. You can sit and yap your fucking mouth. You can sit and talk about collapse. You can sit and talk about the fucking Soodlanders. You can fucking talk about running off to the desert like a bunch of fucking rats, like the Soodlanders and other people have plans to do. A bunch of fucking rats. Or you can own that shit and be in charge of it and get rid of all the fucking baboons that run the ANC and begin to see who really is in charge. Money talks and bullshit walks. And friends of mine, that's what we're about. If you don't like it, okay, fuck off, all right? Bye-bye, find another channel. You don't need to leave your comment, I don't give a fuck. If it ain't positive, fuck you. If you like it, great. Good for you, good for me, good for everybody, okay? I'm not politically correct. I'm not gonna tell you what you wanna hear, okay? If you're looking for that, go to your local fucking church house. But if you want the truth, give us a shot. If not, fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it. All right? Who talks like this, by the way? This is live. Who the hell talks like this? Yours fucking truly does. Okay? I do. Okay? And I just had an OB and they told me I was doing shit right. And half the church in fucking South Africa thinks I'm a fucking devil. I'm glad I got the right opinion on the matter. Can you see my freedom? You can feel it and you can have it. You can be as free as a bird. See, because when you are physically free and you're financially free, you're blessed. You know, I lost over 100 pounds. Okay. I'm in physical shape. I'm 51 years old. I decided I wanted something different and I did it. And not just that, but finances. I'm a multiple home owner. Okay, this is one of my homes right here. This is the driveway of it. That's my neighbor over there. But I got a nice home here. And I've got more. And I'm going to get more than that. And you can. And it's not a fucking scam. Wake the fuck up. Also, if you're going to take a diet, do carnivore. Carnivore's the best damn diet out there. Okay? I would say talk to your doctor before you did it. But carnivore kicks ass. Works for me. All right? This is some real shit here. What you gonna do when God visits you? Now I gotta figure out how to shut it off. There we go.